Anthropic researchers just released a study that should terrify every developer who relies on AI tools. We were told AI make us 10 times faster, but the data proves that for many of us it's making us actually 17% worse at our jobs. Today I'm breaking down why tab coding is killing your skills and the 3 specific ways you must change in your workflow to survive in 2026. Hi there, welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Daniel Noworyta and I'm a programmer, and on this channel I show strategies and tools useful for learning programming and developing your career in the IT industry. Today we are looking at a groundbreaking paper by 2 Anthropic Fellows that exposes the hidden cost of AI assistants. Let's look at the numbers because they are pretty brutal. The researchers took a group of developers and had them learn a library called Trio for asynchronous programming. So one group had GPT 4.0 and the other had nothing but just documentation. The result, the AI group scored 17% lower on the final assessment. So to put that in perspective, it's like you are on university setting and that's the difference between an A and a C grade. So it's pretty significant, I would say. But here's the real kicker. We used AI to save time, right? The study found no significant speed advantage for the AI group. So they spent so much time on the prompting tasks, writing queries, waiting for the output, and trying to fix the AI's hallucinations that they ended up finishing at the same time as the group that did it manually. So it's pretty interesting for me. So you aren't going faster, you are just getting lazier. Seems that's the conclusion, yes? And let's ask, why does this happen? It's something called the Autopilot Effect. So when you code manually, every error message is a lesson for you, yes? So you are struggling, you search the docs, you build a mental map of how the system works, and you are able to solve those problems in future. And it seems like AI users skip that struggle. So they hit an error, they paste it into the chat, they hit tab or enter, and they get the correct, let's say correct code, but they never build this mental model, yes? So they never have a chance to build like extra connections in their brain. So the study proved this by testing their code reading and debugging skills at the end. The AI group was significantly worse at spotting bugs in the code someone else wrote. So think about that. If you can't read the code and you can't debug, I think you aren't an engineer, yes? You are just a passenger. And in 2026, passengers are the first ones to be replaced by those who can programming, who can debug problems, who know how to write proper code. And let's try to visualize this not getting skills when we are using AI only to generate the code. Let's say we have like a graph here, yeah? So we have like one line, which let's say would be our skill gather. It's like epsilon, it's like skill level. And let's say we have another line here, which would be, and this is time. And if learning manually, so like we are coding and thinking about each line of code, I think we can easily say that our skill progress, let's say our green line, so skill progress, looks more with the time, looks more like this. So we are going like this, then we are going higher. We are getting some skills during the whole process, yeah? Because on each moment, with each problem which we are facing, we are trying to dig deeper, we are learning docs, we are trying to figure out the best solution. But it's totally different when we are using AI. I think with using AI, doesn't matter where you are here on this graph, on this level. You can be senior developer, you can be already here, you can be someone who is already starting, you can be already here. getting skill in time graph looks more like flat. So if you are starting, let's say at this level, I think if you are using AI to generate code and not asking these extra questions or not trying to figure out why he is writing something like this, I think your skill at the end will be like flat line. Yes. So think about it next time when you're trying to use like those AI tools. Like, I think at the end here, when there is no struggle, I think it's equal to no neural plasticity. And I think we can agree on that. And the researchers identified 6 distinct ways that participants used an AI model. So most people fall into the delegation trap, they call it. So AI delegation trap is nothing else that this is where you say, write me a function that does X. It's the fastest way to get code, it's true, but the slowest way to learn how to code properly this problem. Yes, so it resulted in the lowest scores in the study. So people who are using AI models like this, they are not learning anything. Yes, they are just passengers in their seats. Then we have like conceptual inquiry, the win, let's say. So on the flip side, the winners used AI as a tutors. So instead of asking for code, they asked questions like, what is the core philosophy of this library? Or how does the specific logic handle concurrency? So they used the AI model to build their mind, not their repository at the end. One participant actually said, I feel like I got lazy by using the AI. I feel same sometimes, let's say, but that's the red flag we all need to watch out for, I think. When you say to yourself, like, you're starting to feel lazy, AI is writing too much code, I think that's the moment to make a step backward and think about your process and how you are using AI models to generate code in your working environment or even on your learning process, like on your private projects. Yes. So let's ask ourselves, how do we use this tool without losing our edge? And the study points to a framework called generation then comprehension. So it works like this. You can let the AI generate a block of code, but in the same time, you cannot move until you can explain every single line of it. So let's think about those 2 paths and how you can use them in your everyday job. So I would like to show you exactly how to change your behavior starting tomorrow, that you can get more from AI usage and you will also get skills along the way if you are using AI tools. So let's say we have like box and this is our problem. So every morning you're starting with your work or your learning session with some problem to solve. Yes? And most of the people taking this path on the left side. So I will just call it ask for code. Yeah? So they are starting from ask for code. So they are starting like their CLI tool, they are starting their cloud code or whatever people are using nowadays, like Cursor or something for creating code, and they are just for creating code. Yes. So, and what is happening? This is giving them another box here where we have like copy. So as a result from ask for code, they have generated some part of code which is probably working if the task is small enough and then problem is small enough. Normal people just taking this code, pasting this and getting the result, let's say. Yes, but the problem is here. This is the red flag result, but in the meantime this is like skill decay 17%. And please remember about this. If you are using AI tools for coding next time, try to not choose this path. Yeah, but what kind of alternative you have? You have also another way of working with those tools. I will just make a green line here. Let's make a box here. And another way is you're not asking for code. You can ask for concept. And this is huge difference, because if you are asking for concept, this is what top scoring participants in this research were doing most of the times. So they wrote code themselves and build that mental muscle. Yeah, they were writing code manually. Yeah, so they asked for concept, they were ping-ponging with the AI model about the best solution, right? Manually. They were writing their code manually, and this is important because they were building the mental muscles by asking for concepts, writing code manually. And then that was not the end, because those who scored highest in this marks, they had additional step. They were also asking AI for critique or for explaining. So ask for critique and explain. So they were doing additional step to grant this knowledge in their heads, to ask for critique if they approach is properly in given work environment or in given problem. Yes, and they were also asking for extra explanation AI to dig deeper into this part of the knowledge and to save some knowledge for later usage. Yes, so in this way, if you will use AI tools like this, you will along the way, as I showed it here, you will along the way also gather skill in coding. Yeah, so if you're learning, please don't fall into this trap on the left. This is most important stuff for you if you're starting. Try to use those AI tools like sparring partners. Try to use those AI tools like asking them for critique, asking them for explanations. Yeah. So then at the end, this is the mastery. Yeah. So this is how you get skills. This is how you learn yourself how to solve problems. And at the end, you will be able also to solve those problems manually without any AI tools, because you never know if there will be some outrage or something like this, the AI tools will stop working, then you will have to code manually again. And then I think it's good to think about this. Yes. So the difference between junior and like who gets replaced and the lead who stays essential in 2026 is which path they choose every morning. I think this is really important. If you are one of the who is choosing this path, I think you will be replaced soon. But if you are the one who is choosing this path every morning, I think you have pretty safe future. Yeah, I know it will make you slower at the beginning, but think about this. If you are not able to explain every single line, I think you don't understand what is going on there. So you're using the AI to explain its own output. Yeah, so why? Then you can like ask follow-up questions like, why did you use this specific loop here? Or what are the edge cases for this logic? In that way, you are learning more in the whole process. Yeah, you are getting code from AI, but you are trying to explain it more. You're trying to ask additional questions. And the study found that users who followed this high engagement pattern, actually questioning the AI whole time, preserved their learning and scored significantly higher. So I think at the end, if you try to learn with AI, it's about being the supervisor, let's call it, not the clerk. So you let the AI do the heavy lifting, but you keep the remote control. Yes, you're trying to ask as much questions as much as you can. And if you want to make sure your career survives the shift to AI-driven development, let's say it, you need to master the art of deep learning. So let me know in the comment section if you are interested in a video about how I am using AI to learn new technologies. If you like this video, you probably also like this one. It includes my thought about the future of the AI industry in 2026. So thanks for watching, and I see you in the next one. Bye bye.